lot of things down. As I mentioned to my sister, that hopefully you all gonna get mad at me, but I can run fast. I want you to know that. I can run fast. Oh, you can still do that too. That's what I'm talking. So.
Well, praise the Lord, everybody. Since you let me interject a little bit, this is Dr. Lawrence and his wife, and Daddy Fresh Lawrence, right here, and Bishop Smith and myself, and several people got a chance to attend his medical missionary class. So hopefully in the future you want to do that, and that's usually what 12 weeks.
Yes.
Every Saturday for 4 hours. There's so much information. We didn't want to be 4 hours. He train you that when you go door to door, you carry your bag with you and you bring some help for people in need, as well as the gospel. And I met him through my cousin Angela. She does outreach ministry as well. And I don't know, the Bible says that another man prayed him. Dr. Lawrence has a master's in nursing, like he said that. He has a PhD in nutrition, PhD in holistic medicine, and he's been a physician assistant. So today, you go see a nurse practitioner, a physician assistant before you see the doctor. So he used to see the patients. He used to travel on a helicopter with crisis situations. So he knows the body. And I homeschool my children. I understand the 9 systems of the body. I understand the periodical table. I explain that to kids who are dealing with behavioral health. I say, imagine the periodical table. Well, if any one of those kids is off track, that's going to affect your ego, your sub-ego, your personality, and all that. So everything you eat is keeping the system. Sometimes you may inherit a weak system from a parent somebody. They nothing to add about. Let's just fix it. So I'm just so glad that Bishop Smith, give Bishop Smith a hand praise for opening the first doors up and want our people to be healthy. A lot of us have doctors, and thank God for the doctors on medication, but we never talk about them. We God like healing. And so when we talk about supplements or food, we have the door closed, don't want to hear it, but we just want the medicine, what the doctor says. But God wants to do both. And again, I'm so glad he's here. And so he said that he got to the roadblock where he had exhausted all his education. And he asked himself the question, do I go to school to become a medical doctor, or do I become a holistic physician? Which one is really getting people well? And from his experience, they write prescription after prescription after prescription, your body breaking down, he can see being a medical doctor. And also he and his wife love the Lord. They have an awesome testimony in their ministry. They have a 4 factors 5 in the morning when they talk. So I'm working on my circadian rhythm, but I just love what they do as a couple, love what they're doing to help the church become healthy and missionaries on the front line. So again, thank you. Now leave anything else out, and he's funny. And I tell you, when you get your questions ready and you ask a question, I believe with Dr. I be talking about Dr. Lawrence all the time, Sister Fresh. I don't know if y'all did get phone calls about that recruiter. He get some of his cards to keep in my pocket because I talk about them all the time. So I tell him, I say, you ask a question. I believe God has gifted Dr. Lawrence to be able to track you back to that system that has become faulty and what you need to do to get in place. All right, I didn't hold that. That's just one. Give me all of them. You can get you some more. Thank you. But I just thank God also they love the Lord. And he also gifted spiritual. So he knows a discernment of God's going to say. And so, that I'm just glad that you took your time out. So, ask a question. Okay, can you pass it around? And I'm just
Okay, you can wait on the cards because I'm going to explain all of that to you all because I want to get right into this.
But I just thank God for his work in ministry and walking in the Holy Ghost and in the family. So one last thing, Bishop, I want to thank the people from the neighborhood that just got to know his brother here. He just got to know yesterday, and he's up in here. So thank you, Bishop, and thank you. Get your questions. Don't go home without a question. Even if you're not here, you know somebody to deal with cancer and some stuff. Ask those questions so you can go home with some solutions. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Okay, praise God. Now, because I don't want to keep it too long, I want to leave a section at the end for your questions, and we'll give you some answers. And I'll be first to admit, I don't know everything, but I know somebody who does, and that's where your answers will come from. Now, to get started, I hope y'all okay? Y'all feel okay? Yeah. I want everybody to relax. If you need to shake your shoes or whatever it is, because when I get through with this, y'all probably gonna want to throw 2 of them shoes at me, but I'm gonna run out this door. I'm telling you right now, you ain't gonna catch me. So this is the thing. We're talking about health. Oh, by the way, does anybody take medicine in here? Okay, let me ask you this. How many of you have health insurance? Now, how many of you have health assurance? Every hand should went up on that one. Health assurance comes from the word. That's it. God, he's the one that healeth all your diseases, forgives all your sins. Okay. Oh, by the way, did you know there was some medicine out there on the ground? Did you all know that? You're looking at me like I'm crazy. Did you know part of being a medical missionary, you learn how to use those natural things that God gave us? Outside in the lawn, you ever seen these? You call them weeds, dandelions. Did you know this is a medicine? Not like this. This is a seed. But when you get them, when they start to bloom, I had one in here, and I think the sun just dried it up, but it's still good. When they're yellow, it used to be yellow. Did you know you can make a tea out of that? This thing works. This thing will cure you. Cure you of type 2 diabetes, arthritis, inflammation, heart trouble, arthritis, osteoarthritis. All this is in the lawn. Did you know that? God gave us that. And I got some information, all the literature there. Please take something before you go. A lot of stuff that I'll be talking about is on that rack. Some things I'll ask you. Some things you thought you know, you realized they weren't true. Not because of what I said, but because of what the word said. So let's get on into this. What I'm going to do is, I have a handout, by the way, for this, talking about the old common dandelion. All the things that it cures. I didn't say temporarily, it cures. You can't afford that arthritis medicine out there in that grass, dandelion. Will cure the inflammation. Your feet swell up, you got high blood pressure, you got hives, you're losing your hair, your skin getting kind of dried out. It's on the grass out there. Dandelion. I'm gonna give you this. And the thing about it, it's free. Okay, now this bag I brought, it's not a lot of trash, but it's something I'm gonna show you. But let's finish the program. Can you look at somebody and tell if they're healthy? And we're going to talk now. Can you look at somebody and tell if they're healthy? You say no? Why not? You can't see what's inside. You mean nobody has x-ray eyeballs? Seriously? None of y'all can see my heart pumping right now? You can't see my lungs expand? You can't see that? How am I able to talk to you? What am I doing now? I'm talking using what element? Oxygen. I'm breathing. I can look at you. I'm not a prophet. I can't see you. I can't read your mind. But I can look, and I would teach medical missionaries how to look at a person and read the basic physiological, biological, anatomical things that tells you what's going on with their health. Look at a person, and you can see if they're dehydrated. If I shake your hand, I'm not just saying how you doing. I'm checking your pulse at the same time. You see, I'm checking how your heart's doing. When I'm talking to grandma, grandpa, and grandma get tired of standing up, looking down her feet, her ankles are swollen. What's causing that? That's a medical missionary. See, when Jesus said, go ye therefore and preach the gospel, he didn't leave out health. What does 3 John say? Beloved, of all things which you would what? Come on now, Bible, so you prosper and be in bad health. Good health. Come on now. That's part of the gospel. See, it's one thing if you say, pray for me, but if I got high blood pressure, I need more of your prayers, brother. That sounds like blasphemy? No, it's not. Jesus, 90% of Jesus, his ministry was what? Healing. Come on now, healing. Don't just say, brother, I know your blood pressure is high. I'll pray for you. You're going to have a stroke tomorrow, but I'll pray for you. Seriously? That's not what he did. He cured that thing. You can do the same thing with natural remedies. You don't meet nobody and say, you got Blue Cross, Blue Shield, you got Aetna, or you got the one of the other insurance. You got Aflac? No. You ask them, do they have Jesus in their life? I know the Lord. I pray, I go to church, praise God, amen, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. But when it comes to my health, well, that's another whole thing. Really? No, it's not. Let's get to the program. Now, I'm going to show you some stuff. This is not to offend, but it's to teach and educate. As one inspired writer said, she said, we should educate, educate, educate. Then she says, agitate, agitate, agitate. You see, if I don't ruffle your feather, you'll be complacent in what you're doing. Didn't Paul say we must strive, press toward the mark? Or did he say backslide? He said press. That means some stuff you got to unlearn. Here we go. You see what he says, are you aware of the current rise of statistics you don't hear about in the news, and that our people, African Americans, don't want to know? Now I'm about to ruffle some feathers, so please curl your toes up, tie your shoes up, take a deep breath, swallow, because I'm going to say some stuff, not because I'm mad at you, I'm going to say some stuff because I love you. Come on now. Here we go. Would you believe that more African American women engage willingly or ignorantly in self-mutilating practices, pharmaceutical poisonings, and chemical suicide by hair, nails, heels, injections, ingestions, and fashion genocide daily? That hurt? Do you know if you love somebody, you tell them when they're wrong? Did you know? You believe that? Does God do that for us? Does it's all right, baby. Keep going, killing yourself. Keep committing suicide. Does he do that? What does he say? Now, I'm talking to you Bible scholars out there because I know you Bible scholars up here. Do you remember the story that Jesus told about the woman called adultery? Remember that story? Hello? Am I by myself? So when they brought her to Jesus to condemn, he didn't. What did he say to her? You said, do what now? Go and sin no more. What's that got to do with this health message? When God tells you how you're jacking up this temple, he doesn't want you, okay, you showed me the truth, Lord, I'm going to stop eating this, and then leave you and go indulge in that stuff. Come on now. No, you shouldn't do that. If you're weak, he's strong. He'll help you. So I'm not condemning nobody. I'm still struggling with stuff too. I'm just like you, flesh and blood like Paul. I haven't ascended. So this is for you, this is for me. So I ain't trying to cut you and hurt you. I bleed too. Of all things, I'm the one to be cutting folks in the hospital. I see folks every day. Now, let me say this. I don't mean to be, what do you read on? This says here, then all the inner city murders, violent, traumatic incidents, abortions, self-inflicted lifestyle diseases, post-slavery atrocities, and wars. Women put on an average of 168 chemicals on their body every day. And less than 25% of the products marketed to black women score low by being potentially hazardous because they have the ingredients that will kill you. It says, shouldn't companies that claim to be fighting breast cancer stop using chemicals that cause the very disease? Let me ask you a question. Now I'm going to roll on, hopefully. What causes breast cancer? Let's talk. What causes breast cancer? Potato chips, right? Come on, let's talk. If you don't know, we're here to learn. What causes breast cancer? Nobody knows that? Then why do they have those commercials say when you reach a certain age, you must have, what's that test called? What's a mammogram? What's that now? What are they using to see? X-ray. Did you know the same radiology causes breast cancer? Did you know that? It's a business. I'm in the business. They know that. Are you, doctor, I don't believe that. They would never give you breast cancer. Really? Tell me this. Has anybody ever had an X-ray up in here? Anybody? X-ray. When you go have an X-ray, what does the technician do? See you. What's that be telling you? That stuff builds up. If you ever work in the hospital, watch those X-ray technicians. On their lapel, they got a little plastic that changes color. You know why that is? It lets them know when they've gotten the maximum dose of X-rays and they cannot do that anymore. That's why they leave. Or you start having certain things X-rayed, they cover up the testicles, they cover up the ovaries, and the women, they say, ma'am, are you pregnant? Did you know that the same X-ray, when you come up there, can I talk real to you all? Hello, can I talk real to you? Or you want me to use some medical terms? Can I talk real to you? Yes. When the woman goes to have her mammogram and she puts her breast on the machine and they mutilate and smash it and squeeze it and pick it and pull it, then they shoot some X-rays to see if you have nodules. They're actually giving you the smallest doses of erectogen X-rays that cause breast cancer. They won't tell you that. And every month they have these commercials, the pink, support breast cancer. It's a scam. They know what they're doing. They're giving you the disease. There's a cure for breast cancer, but they can't make no money. It's a business. I was in the business. Let's roll on. Am I shocking you all with this stuff? Sorry, I ain't trying to. It says harmful chemicals found in beauty products for women of color are a serious problem. Listen to this. It just takes 26 seconds. It's all that it takes for the chemicals in your personal care products to enter your bloodstream. What's in your blood? What's in your products? Now, I don't want to sound crass, but I gotta sound real. Because sometimes I can be petite and I can be tactful and you don't get it, they won't make an impact. So I gotta be real rough and raw. When you take a shower or bath, what do you put under your arms? Hello? What kind? And why? What's in it? Do you know the stuff that's in the underarm deodorant causes stuff? For instance, there's a difference between underarm deodorant and the perspirant. Did you know the difference between the two? One stops you from sweating, the other one covers up odor. So when God made this body, as Psalm said, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. He made this body to sweat, to get out all them toxins. But when you put that stuff on your arm, which has aluminum and parabens and all these chemicals that come from coal tar, you're blocking the pores. So those toxins that should be sweated out, where do they go? They stay in your system and you become septic. The next thing you know, breast cancer. It's a business, they know that. That's why if you buy these products, please read the back. But Dr. Long, I can't read Greek and Latin. You don't have to. If you buy underarm deodorant and it's got 12 chemicals you can't pronounce, put it back. I'm serious. Let's talk Bible, y'all. Can I say y'all up in here? I'm gonna say it anyway. Tell me something. During the days of Jesus, Lord have mercy, did people stink? What they do to stop stinking? Hello? Wash. Did they have to wash it under their arms? What they put under their arms to stop them stinking? Come on now. People didn't just start stinking in 2023. What they do then? The same thing you can do now. Come on now. Some of my senior sisters know some basic stuff. You ever heard of baking soda? Baking powder? Have you heard of charcoal? Have you heard of certain plants in the mall you put on your arm so that you would not smell, but you would still sweat and get those toxins out? Did they brush their teeth in Jesus' day? Or were everybody walking around with gingivitis and bad breath? Come on, being real. Brother Lawrence, that in the Bible. If I can read that, you'd be amazed what you will find out. Let me ask you this a little bit. The Bible tells the story when Christ was born, and they say the people came to visit him. What three things did they bring him? You say toast. Come on, talk. What did they bring? Come on now. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Why? That's not just for reason. There's a reason. The Bible says man doesn't live by bread alone, but by some of the words. I didn't catch that. He said by every word. Every word is for a reason. They brought him gold and frankincense and myrrh. Did you know frankincense kills cancer? Did you know they did more with frankincense, just give it to him as a fancy gift because it was expensive? That's why when he was crucified, they came to anoint him with what? Frankincense and myrrh. Myrrh destroys bacteria. It's antibacterial, antifungal, antimicrobial. It keeps you from stinking. That's why when they put it in the tomb, their body didn't stink because they put it with frankincense and myrrh. That's in the word. Y'all read over that. That's not just by accident. What about the gold, doctor? Now, I'm going to tell you half the story. Not all. You got to go back and read it for yourself. I like doing that. Did you know one of the reasons why they brought him gold? Remember now, when Jesus was born, who was trying to kill him? I'm all off myself. Who was trying to kill him? Okay, so what did they have to do? Where'd they go? How'd they get there? What was Joseph's occupation? What was his occupation? Was he working as a carpenter down there in Egypt? How he support himself? Gold. You see that? Did you know gold has some medicinal qualities? Some of y'all know who, from back in my day, we used to get gold put in where? Our teeth. Come on, y'all know what I'm talking about. You can't pay the rent, but your teeth is shining. Oh man, I got a gold. Really? I'm not trying to be funny. See, we don't think about how deep this stuff is. When you roll on, got some more to make you mad at me. Arsenic and lead is in your deodorant. You know that? Arsenic will kill you dead. Lead, especially with our people, our children, cause them to have mental issues, cause them to have lead in their blood, sickle cell anemia, all these metablastic problems because of slipping on your arm. We killing ourselves, women. Brothers, we ain't no different. 99% of cosmetic ingredients have not been tested for safety. 25% of them that they market to our people are hazardous. They know. They won't put it on themselves, but we will. Why is that? Why would we do that? The Bible says my people destroy for lack of knowledge. I can't control everything in my life, but I can control what I put into my body. Is that true? Then why don't we do that? Let me ask you this. Let me put out some of the stuff right here. What's this? Y'all eat eggs? Why? I ain't criticizing nobody. This is what a doctor friend said to me. We're the only creatures, the bipedals who walk upright, that eat chickens before they're born and after they're born. Did you know that? That sounds crazy? An egg is unborn chicken. Y'all eat it before he's born and after he's born. And the stuff they doing to eggs today, you knew what they was doing? I got a film I'm going to show you. This man bought him a whole fryer. Got the thing home, it was riddled with cancer. And still sold it. Now, just because you can see it, you wouldn't eat it. But just because you don't see it don't mean that it's not there, but it is. Did you know, y'all ever heard of, it's called Killing Folks Quick? I mean, Kentucky Fried Chicken? You ever heard of them? KFC? Did you know that now they have what's called mutant meat, the meat snack and rib? Did you know that? Did you know last week they passed legislation in the United States of America that now they can, KFC sells chicken that's made by a printer. I'm gonna show you the film. So y'all think y'all getting some thing looking good, them 12 herbs and spices. You get them 12 herbs, that ain't no real meat. You eating Frankenstein food, that's not real. KFC sells that mess, and that stuff causes cancer. Don't take my word, I'm just telling you, I don't tell you nothing I can't back up. Let's roll on. It's called, did you know the city of St. Louis, we're called the #1 city that's the most deadliest to live in, did you know that? St. Louis is the most dangerous city in the nation, did you know that? Look it up. But did you know more people are killed going through the drive-through than in drive-bys? Did you know that? The news ain't gonna tell you that. That's why it's called drive-through. You hungry for a killer meal? You're killing yourself. Because what you eating ain't real. Now let me talk since I'm jumping ahead with it. I'm trying to stay on time. You are what you eat. So don't be fast, don't eat cheap, and don't eat fake food. You want the real McCoy. God didn't give you no fake chicken, did he? That I know about. See? So there's a lot, and these things are happening. The Bible talks about this stuff, what's going to happen. Let me ask you this. Now, I'm not supporting, and nor am I criticizing the White Castle or the other one. I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying it's to help our people. The Bible says, my people are destroyed for what? Hosea 4:6, for lack of knowledge. But that's the first part of the text. The second part said, because you rejected me. He hasn't changed. It's changed. Let's roll on. Did you know here that look good on it? What's that? Black-eyed peas. Lord have mercy. Collard greens, and I don't know what that is over there. What do we call that meal? Somebody said it's soul food. Why? Said from the South? Why is it called soul food? Where did it come from? Why is it called soul food? Now, I can give you the history where it originated and why we call it that, but I'd rather see for yourself. They said picture with 1,000 words. Now, why are we overweight? You like Oreos? Yum, yum. Am I hitting you with hurt? Having two of these factors, high blood pressure, high triglycerides, or you want to have low cholesterol. If you don't have this stuff, you're at risk for a stroke or heart attack. Obese black women, your chances goes up by 117%. Do you know where you find cholesterol? You know what cholesterol is? Now, if I'm saying something you understand, please stop me. Remember, I'm not going to lecture. We're talking. What's cholesterol? What'd you say? I can't hear you. Okay, you tell me what it does. What is it? What is cholesterol? Do we need it? Do we make our cholesterol? Do we buy cholesterol in the drugstore? Your body makes its own cholesterol. It's a fatty substance. You need cholesterol. It helps coat your liver. It helps to move around the blood vessels. It's good. I mean, it's a good time, but you got the bad kind. It's a problem. And the only place you find cholesterol, you know where you find it? Flesh foods, animal foods. That's where you get it. That's the bad stuff. Then they call it, when you go to the doctor, oh, by the way, I know my sister does anybody here got high blood pressure? Anybody here have diabetes, type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 7? Anybody got cancer? Anybody got kidney problems? There's a reason you got it. It's because of what I'm saying. It's because of what they're doing to the food and what we do to ourselves. When I was in med, so a doctor said this, and she said, you know what? We don't catch cancer, we buy cancer. We buy our own cancer. Cancer ain't around the corner. There he is. Jump out and get him. That's not how it happens. We do things to ourselves. Some willingly, some out of ignorance. That look good, don't it? She got a mouthful, I don't know what that is, some French fries. Lord have mercy, French fries. Woo, who don't like French fries? And then it says here, this could be risky business. Because you don't know. Now, please don't raise your hand because I know the answer. Anybody ever had some McDonald's French fries? Wow, y'all tell me yourself. No, there's a reason I'm saying that. If you get a, oh, my wife give me that look. You better stop saying that. If you get some French fries, some Mickey D's, and drop one French fry, take you in your car, you go to the drive-thru, get your French fries, you're eating real fast, you're putting salt on your sea salt, because that's supposed to be healthier. Your ketchup on it, and you drop some of them French fries down the side of your car seat. You get them out? No. But you come back next week, that same French fry ain't changed. I'm serious. I'm not joking. It's not. It looked like they just pulled it out the grease. Why is it like that? A real potato rots, not them French fries. So what do you think is happening in your gut? Did you know McDonald's? See, I used to work back in the day, which is years ago. I used to work at a restaurant called Burger Chef when I was a young man. And we used to put that grease and change it all the time, but we stopped changing. We use it over and over and over. Isn't that nasty? Hello? Yeah. Wow. Now watch what I say. I bet y'all don't say nothing. How many of you all grew up when your mom was cooking and she was cooking that stuff, she had that can on the stove? Didn't she throw that grease away? Come on now. That's why we have high blood pressure, high triglyceride, we have stroke, cancer, heart attack, because mama didn't know no better, because that grease becomes what we call rancid. It becomes hydrogenated, it's old, you should throw it away. So if you eat that stuff, you're getting trans fat. Next thing you know, your arteries still looking like this, they look like this. Next thing you know, so you're walking like this, you're walking like this. You're doing this, you don't have a stroke because of that grease can. So, see, we do stuff to ourselves, but the same Bible says, at this time of ignorance, God does what? Come on now, winks at it. When you don't know no better, he doesn't hold you accountable. But he says, today, if you hear his voice, what? Harden not your heart. So what you hear today, your choice. Let's roll on. Dr. Lawrence, you're going too hard on us. Processed food. Food process removes some of the nutrients, vitamins, and fiber from food. I'm going to skip a lot of this stuff. Cosmetics, chemicals in your fast food. This is what's in them hamburgers that you eat. It has sodium, the first one here is sodium stearoyl lactate. You know what that is? Oh, let me jump down here. This one over here, my little pointer at. This one right here, propylene glycol. That's in your hamburgers and your buns. Anybody know what propylene glycol is? I bet some of the men will be surprised when I tell you where it is. You know what that is? Anybody drive today? Look on the back of your antifreeze. That's propylene glycol. That's in your burgers. Yum, yum. You see, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. I'm not making that up. They tell you that's propylene glycol. Where do you find it? It's found in shampoos, mouthwash, hand sanitizer. The reason it gives most of the day's food and beverage their distinctive taste. So you say, baby, I had me a Big Mac. What it tastes like? Antifreeze. And next thing you're in the hospital. We do it to ourselves. These are some of the chemicals that's in our food. Benzoyl peroxide. Why they put that? It's to make that white bread and burgers look white. That's bleach. That's bleach. And we enjoy, finger licking good. And then when you come to the hospital, the doctor got his chart, Let me see, that's about 3,000 right there to clean the arteries. What, no, she gonna have a stroke? That's under 20 grand. Really? It's about money. They don't care. They're not trying to make you right. Well, see, drive-by shooting, same thing, fast food. You're going to shoot yourself in the stomach. That kind of rough. No, it's not. See? Oh, anybody like them laid potato chips? Lord have mercy. Forgive us all, but we know it's not what we do. I'm going to wait. I'm going to get them and show you. Do anybody remember the old commercial? Lay's had a slogan. Know what that slogan said? Nobody can eat just one. Did you know that commercial was in 1957 or 67? In fact, I got it. I'm going to show it to you. You know why you could eat just one? Why would you become addicted to Lay's? It was something, the chemical that was in the potato that had you coming back for more and more. That's why they said nobody could eat just one. That wasn't just a fancy slogan. They was making you addicted to that stuff. But it don't stop there. Maybe I shouldn't say this. No, I'm going to say it. Listen, how many taste buds do we have on your tongue? Anybody know? How many taste buds we have? 3, 2, 7? Anybody got a tongue here? So y'all don't have no tongue? How many taste buds do we have? What taste sensations are there? Tell me, come on. So, somebody said sour, sweet, bitter, salty. Those four. But then there's another you missed on there too. What does it got to do with Lay's? You see, now, we got any kids in here? Okay. Listen, I'm say this tactfully and lovingly. When the Bible says you're fearfully and wonderfully made, God means just that. He made man from what element? The dust. That includes all the electrolytes the human body needs to subsist. I'm talking about nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium, potassium. We're carbon products. That's what we are. But you have other stuff that's there too. What's it got to do to tempt you? Well, the adversary knows, you know, he hates God and he hates you. So if he can kill you, then he's hurting God. So if he can have him to put stuff in the food to make you addicted, you become addicted, sick, and next thing you in the ground dead. So he's succeeded in his goal. What am I talking about? With your taste buds, they take samples of certain tissue. This is what I taught in the early American mission. We teach this in biology and chemistry. Atoms make molecules. Molecules make cells. Cells make tissues. Tissues make organs. Organs make your organism. Organism is you. What does that got to do with that? Well, on a molecular level, if I can pervert your taste buds and get you to taste something, it'll pervert your cells. What am I saying? What they use to test, I'm going to show you some potatoes if you think I'm joking. It's not my word, I'm going to show it to you. They know the way that they test your taste buds, they got to get some certain cells out of a particular body, and they test it to make these different samples. You know where those cells come from? You ready for this? They come from aborted fetal cells. Did you know that? Do you understand what I just said? Y'all looking at me like I'm talking crazy. When the child is aborted, that flesh is not discarded. They use those cells. They use those cells in testing these new flavors. Let me show you. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. It says, today more than 95% of all chronic disease is caused by food choice, toxic food ingredients, nutrition deficiency, and lack of physical exercise. What does that say? What's the flavor? How in the world is potato chip going to taste like barbecue bologna? I'm not making this up. I ain't seen it at Snooks. I ain't seen that potato, no barbecue bologna at Deerberg. Shoot, I was over at Alden. I sure didn't see no barbecue potato look like bologna. Well, did you see this one? Did you know what you're eating is eating you? Now, they got a potato that's called chitlin and grits. How they do that? They took those aborted fetal cells from a child that was aborted, and they test in the laboratory, and they break it down to molecular level to make it adjust to your taste bud. That's why the commercial said you can't eat just one. So we are practicing cannibalism. Did you know that? Let me just show you. What are you thinking I'm talking crazy? Oh, by the way, let me back up. Let me back up. No, that's a picture of some toast and that southern delicacy. What is it called? Grits. What's a grit? What's a grit? Somebody said, what is it? What's a grit? That's where it comes from. So what is grit? How do they make it? Why is it southern? Why ain't it northern? Why ain't it eastern? Why they ain't far west? Why is it in the Caribbean? What is a grit? Grit, this comes from corn, right? And they strip it. It's called processed. You know what has anybody ever seen sandpaper?
Yeah.
What do you do with sandpaper?
Sandwood.
Wow. Because and they give you different grades of sandpaper. Rough, real rough, medium. That's what a grit is. Grit is grit. So when you eat that, what do you think it's doing to your intestines?
Oh my goodness.
Same thing. Now, y'all know y'all heard of John P. Key, haven't you? Have you heard that little joke they had last year? Sugar don't go on grits? You ain't seen that? Oh, Lord have mercy. He said some people put sugar on grits, others put what? Salt and pepper and butter on it. But grit doing the same thing. Grit has no nutrition whatsoever. You ain't getting no carbohydrates, you ain't getting no protein, you ain't getting no fat, you just getting bleach, used substance that used to grow on the corn. They stripped it, get made into a powder, and do you know the first person they gave that to? Slaves. So we eat slave food. And you wonder why you got indigestion. Oh, I got irritable bowel syndrome. Oh, baby, my stomach upset. Go down to McDonald's and give me a 12-piece. Really? And that toast, now I grew up not poor. I grew up poor. P-O, not P-O-R, pole. So when we made toast, we forgot, we burnt it. We didn't burn, we burnt it. And when toast get burnt, what color is it? And what your mom said, boy, don't you know that? We get that knife and scrape it off. That's a carcinogen, you know that? It causes cancer. Yeah. But we was poor, we didn't know no better. Next thing you know, we see Uncle Joe and Sister Sally, and since we don't know the medical terms, now y'all know this term because y'all heard, I know somebody who have this malady. We see Sally, Sister Sally, and Uncle Joe, they in the wheelchair, and they got one leg. What do we say that person has? No, we didn't know the word. We said sugar. Come on, y'all know I'm telling the truth. We said he had sugar. So sugar is laying off? See, we don't know. We are, as the guy said, we've been had, we've been got, we've been bamboozled because we believe what somebody else tells as opposed to what the word said, what we are supposed to consume to put in this temple which God dwells in. The Holy Spirit dwells in this temple. Does the Holy Spirit dwell always? Does he hang out at Snooks? So he got to be at White Castle. Then why do you treat your body like that? You're supposed to put in this what God designed to go in, nothing else. Let's roll on. Time is rolling. Oh, why you put the brother on? So that's the worst breakfast? Man, I see some sausage, some eggs. Lord have mercy. Is some tater tots over there? And they look like some of them ain't flaky pancakes, but that's some puffy maple syrup, butter as thick as grease, and a cup of coffee. Man, that's good eating. See you in ICU. That's the worst breakfast. There is no nutrition. All of that's stripped. It's stripped. There's no vitamins, no minerals. That's just everything you see on there is bleached, stripped out. What happened to the potato? By the way, little Black history. Did you know that God made the potato? The black man made potato chips. Did you know? We some smart people. Come on, Mom, look at that. Y'all crazy or something. Anyway, junk food is like poison for health. It's high in sodium, high in fat, increases obesity. What they showing you, Nikki D's, increases your diabetes risk, increase of infections, poor growth and body function, increased risk of coronary artery disease. And then, I'm not trying to be facetious or trying to be rude or crash. I am, by God's grace, I'll see you next month, I'll be 65 years old. When I was growing up, if I saw a young lady, I could guess how old she was. Today I can't. If you don't tell the truth. We got 8, 9-year-old girls fully developed. Why is that? That's not by accident. That's stuff they're consuming that's in the food. Don't take my word for it. Everything I'm telling you, I back up where my stuff at. I'll give you all that's over there. The doctors know, the pediatricians say, we can't figure out why these kids are having early puberty. Then they say, yes, we do. It's what they're eating. 10-year-olds. When I was coming up, the specialty called pediatricians, they knew when a young lady was about to have her menstrual cycle. Why is a 5 and 6-year-old on the cycle? That's not natural. They are. Did you know 5 and 6 and 8-year-olds were getting pregnant? Why is that? I got a slide out I got on her because of what they was putting in the food. McDonald's got sued. They said, we got to stop putting antibiotics and the hormones in the Big Mac. It's a joke. They still do it. They gave a different name. It said, merchants of death are targeting black and brown youth, our people. They're doing that. They look good though. Look at our young people. See, greasing up. Praise the Lord. That show is good. Next thing you know, she's pregnant. How you having a pregnant baby 8 years old? You ain't had no child. Really? Stuff is mutated. Now, I didn't make this commercial. That's a box of French fries in a cigarette box. Note the caption says, the obesity death rate is overtaking cigarette smoke. In other words, people are so fat, they die more being fat than folks dying of lung cancer. That's sad. This is the Bible. Remember now the cradle of thy youth. While the evil days come not. Oh, this is from Ecclesiastes. Now, y'all Bible scholars. Have y'all read the book of Ecclesiastes? Have you read that book? Hello?
Yeah.
Who wrote it? Wait a minute, I thought we learned about health. You talking about the Bible. The Bible is health. Solomon. And some other parts of the Bible people too. Let me ask you this here. What Solomon is talking about here, can you tell me what he's talking about? You know what, I'm going to do this for you. We like free stuff. If you can tell me what Solomon is talking about, I'll give you a copy of a DVD that's going to tell you stuff that will straighten your hair. If you ain't got no hair, it'll get you to grow some hair. I'm I'm going to read it. Tell me what he's talking about. Remember now the creator of the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. What is he talking about? Come on. Who said that? Who your DVD? I hope you got DVD player. Who said that? Oh, I said another hand back there. So you said I should give you one too, huh? Somebody said you should stand up. Don't worry. I got plenty more. Okay, now let's do some exercise. Come on, walk up here and get him a sister. Exercise is one of the things you gotta do. Come on now. Come on now. Come on.
I walked on service. I done shit this morning.
Okay, there you go. Check that out. So I'll tell you some things. Yes, sir. Let's roll on. So you're right. He's talking about getting old. When he says so, first talks about here the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, and they are few. He's talking about losing your teeth. Looking out the window, you start getting dim-eyed. Solomon's talking about that. Help, he's telling you about that. Let's roll on. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of a bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. What is he talking about? He's talking about your hearing starting to go. Did you know that was Ecclesiastes? Yes, that's in there. So also they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way. And the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and the desire shall fail. Men, you can no longer enjoy sexual activities. Solomon's talking about that. What, you come with age? My brother, it comes with age, but the reason it comes with age is because of the three-letter word. What's the three-letter word? Sin. Come on now. Back in the Bible, seriously? Abraham was how old when he had a child? Come on now. So Abraham wasn't 60 and was not getting busy. Abraham was putting it down. Am I talking nasty? Come on now. That's in the Bible. His wife, 100 years old, come on, and was still beautiful. But that's in the Bible. Yes, remember, Abraham went on down there to Egypt, and Pharaoh was going to take his wife. Why? Man, she is fine. Read it. She's, what? You ever seen a 100-year-old woman look good? Don't point to nobody, please. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Health. Come on now. There's 12. See there? I'm going to slide. Y'all read it for yourself. A whole lot of water. Is there a stink in the drink? Do you know what's in your drinking water? Lord, is my wife still here? She's over there. She gave me that look like, boy, you better sit down. This is what we drink. We drink distilled water. This is called purified drinking water. I got you. This is called pure life. Wait a minute, we need some water that's smart. This is called Evian. This is for the bougie people. And then we got Ice Mountain, pure from the Rocky Mountains where the water is clear and crisp, mineral water. And then we got the other one, man. You need Brother Lawrence. Come on now, what about us? This is for the smart people. It's called smart water. All this water comes from the same source, out your faucet. That's a fact line. I'm going to show you a film. And this stuff has hormones in it. It has chemicals. It has drugs in it. It has stuff. Did you know in the state of Missouri, as they say, the state of, oh, by the way, let me answer this real quick. Why do we drink distilled water? Did you know distilled water is in the Bible? He said what kind of water you drink. He didn't say Evian. He didn't say pure. He didn't say, what's the other one? Diamond. He didn't say, he said distilled. What's distilled water? Anybody know? Homework. Here we go here. I don't want no water, Brother Lawrence. Shoot, I drink vegetable juice. Anybody heard of B8? This is some of the worst stuff you ever drink. This has so much salt in it, you can turn yourself to a pillar of salt like Lot's wife. This has too much salt and it's concentrated. The average sodium level in the human body should be 240 no more. This thing gives you 501 chips. You look like a pillar of salt. I've been inside of man for more, really? You're doing it to yourself. This is not healthy. Learn to read, brethren. Come on now. But Brother Lord, I don't drink that stuff. I got to drink that other stuff. You know, it's called refreshing. It's water and have a little hint of a fruit juice. It's called Celsius. It has a hint of a watermelon in there. Watermelon came nowhere near this can. This is all chemical. Now I know I'm probably stepping on somebody's toes. Let's curl them up. Do I drink Coca-Cola? You were walking around being embalmed. When I was a kid, we got my first, I see a hand of this man.
What about alkaline water?
What about it?
Is it the same as that stuff?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I got to apologize. I should have warned you all. When I said, I don't talk at you, we talk together. You ask me a question, I'm going to ask you one back. This is how you grow. There is no such thing as a wrong answer. I'm not picking on nobody, this is how we learn. Alkaline water is the best kind of water to drink. What's alkaline? The human body is alkaline. They use this scale. Anybody use nursing? There's a scale called pH. You got acidic and alkaline, and the body should be neutral. I know some nurses in here, some medical scientists, some scholars. I know y'all is, because God's people is intelligent. The human body should be in an alkaline state. The best water should be alkaline. Anything that's acid destroys nerve, blood vessels, and joints and organs. A lot of your fruits and veggies are acid. A lot of your foods are acid. That's why we get all these problems. You got this is swollen up, this turning red, your hair turning 12 colors. You drink too much acid. This is straight acid. When I was a kid, when I got my first car, a 1970 orange Remington. Don't you laugh at the car, my car. It's okay. I was riding, it was on the bus. And after a while, it would get corrosion on the battery terminal. How do we get it off? Put some Coca-Cola on it. Man, that would destroy battery. What's it doing in your veins? This has stuff called sodium vinegar. This will kill you. The stuff they use to etch stuff on the glasses of your car to put those numbers is in this stuff. This will kill you. It does that to your bones. You wonder why we got osteoarthritis. There are approximately 400 types of arthritis to this day. 400. And they all have the same source. Acidic stuff, we overdosing ourselves with stuff. Let me show you what else I got in my trash box. Brother, what you do with a box of cereal up in there? Not cereal, but cereal. You know we call cereal. Okay. I got to show you this stuff so you think I'm making this up. Do you ever read labels? A simple rule of thumb, if you can't read it, leave it. What's Cheerios made out of? You say sweet, what you say? Wheat. So this is wheat, right? Cheerios are good for you, right? Really? When you turn this thing around, you'll find something fascinating. It has iron. You know we need iron, don't you? Do you know where that iron comes from? I'm trying to get this out so it's finished real quick. Are y'all ready to go? Y'all ready to leave? I mean, I can stop. I knew you weren't going to go because I was going to get you hooked. See, you can't eat just one. This has iron. A lot of your cereals have iron. Your body needs iron. The problem is, there's two types. It's called heme iron and non-heme iron. One is organic, the other is inorganic. You can't use. God knows what this body needs. All your iron should come from your food, your fruits, nuts, your grains, your veggies. Iron. Do you know the iron that's in this? I'm going to show you a film. Y'all got cereal at home? Come on, don't be, you're in church. You tell them no falsehood. Come on, man. I know somebody got Captain Crunch somewhere. I know some Fruit Loops looking in somebody's closet, and there's probably some sugar snacks in the bottom. Come on now. Turn that thing around and you see how much iron is in. That iron is not from the ground. That iron comes from cars that are ground up and they put it in your cereal. You got to show me that, doctor. Hang on, I'm going to show it to you. Don't take my word. You got a magnet at home? Get some corn. What do you got? Frost? Oh, I eat healthy cereal, doctor. I eat Post-Kellogg. I eat Total K. Fine. Take one flake, put it in a bowl with some water. Get you a magnet. That thing will follow that. Why is it doing that? That's iron. I'm going to show it to you. I'm not just making this stuff up. Trust me, beloved. I am not. Is that all I got in there? Yeah, that's all. I am not trying to entertain you all. I'm not here to make you laugh. It's to help you. That's what it says. Let me roll on so you can see this stuff. Oh, by the way, I'm not trying to gross you out. Do you know where your water comes from when you're drinking? Where it comes from? And we out here. Where did water come from? Chain the rocks. Right. Did you know when you flush your toilet, you get it back? I'm serious. When you flush your toilet, whatever goes down the drain, it's in your veins. By the way, we in this state of Missouri, we're known for a lot of stuff. When I was a young boy, they had this phrase that said St. Louis has it all from A to Z. We do. St. Louis is the #1 state in the U.S. of A. We have the highest syphilis rate in the country. Did you know that? St. Louis also has, when it comes to us brethren, we have the lowest sperm count. Did you know that? Why? We're eating stuff, you know, Monsanto, you don't know they're gone. They got bought up by Bayer, you know that, don't you? Every seed on this planet, Monsanto has the patent for. Did you know that? All that stuff with glyphosate is in your foods, Cheerio, all this stuff. They spraying your vegetable stuff with chemical, and our sperm rate is like this. So you wonder why we got issues. The biggest thing for us, did you know the #1 killer for black people it is today? It used to be cancer, high blood pressure. You know what it is now? Take a guess. I got your attention. Take a guess. Alzheimer's. We are losing our mind. You have half-Heimers? Okay, he got half-Heimers. Okay. You didn't have it? Okay, whatever it is. But seriously. No, you ain't got it now, brother. But seriously, brother, beloved, listen. This is serious business. We are people who are resilient. We done gone through that and come back. There is no reason we should give our minds away by putting stuff in our body that kills us. God is not pleased with that. He's not. He's not. I'm being real. Just stick around. I'm going to show you the film. We're known. In fact, Washington and you down there, they will pay you to test you. You ever heard of a newspaper called the St. Louis American? Look in the back. They're trying to get people to test for Alzheimer's, dementia, sickle cell anemia, cancer, diabetes, and renal problems. Why us? Did we learn from Tuskegee? You don't know about Tuskegee, don't you? Come on now. They're doing the same. They're putting stuff in the girl. I'm going to the store. Let me ask you this. I'm not saying keep doing it now, this information. Girl, Popeye, you go to Popeyes and get you 12 piece and 2 biscuits. Woo! For $5. Where can you buy a 12 piece of chicken for $5? Something wrong with them chicken. We don't think. When you buy a chicken with a wing look like this, seriously? And we woo. Now I got to give me 2 of them biscuits and 6 of them pies and some coleslaw. Going to the hospital next. I'm not trying to be funny. This is real. We're killing ourselves with a knife and fork every day. And the same Bible said, why would you die before your time? God's not creative. Now, I ain't trying to offend them, but oh, Lord have mercy. Why'd I put that on? Let me pass that. Oh, where you going to pass that? Oh, fat like that, obese in the black. Oh, let me roll on. Oh, let me keep going. Lord have mercy. Now, I didn't write this, so I'm not picking it up. I can show you the stat. We in the medical field, we know this. Did you know, most doctors are arrogant, you know that, don't you? We're arrogant, not me. We're arrogant. We have what's called a God complex, which means we tell you what to do. You don't tell us what to do. I write the prescription, you obey, don't ask me no questions. And if you don't, I'll put in your chart non-compliant. Watch, this is the medical field. They say this black church culture is out of alignment with some biblical teachings, particularly when it comes to how we eat. Church culture has got us drinking, and I'm going to show you the film called From Plate to the Grave. I didn't write this. Church culture has got us drinking Kool-Aid, eating white bread, fried chicken, large servings of macaroni and cheese and collard greens drenched with salty hog maws. What white folks know about hog maws? And this says there are foods that are high in sugar, salt, calories, and carbohydrates and trigger health problems. We're eating this in the church basement. I didn't write this at dinner and at church conventions. Meanwhile, the Bible teaches against gluttony. What's wrong with us? Dr. Noah, it's time for you to go. I think your time will run out. Okay. Now you're going to change the fact, though. See, we don't want to hear this. But God loves us so much, He can't let you keep going that way. Let's roll on. I'm almost done. The food in the hood definitely ain't good. I ain't going to read all that. Roll on. Here you go. This is called the silent epidemic. Alzheimer's disease is more prevalent among African Americans than among whites, with estimates ranging from 14 to 100% higher. African Americans are 2 times as likely to have Alzheimer's or other dementia than whites. Tell me something. How many times a day do y'all eat Lundy reverse? That's bad grammar. How many times do we ingest substance? often do we sustain ourselves with carbohydrates, proteins, and fats? Brother, talk real. When's the last time you ate? When should be your last meal? What time should it be? I don't know. Y'all, you ever seen a cow? Cow chew constantly, called chewing the cud. All day. That's what we do. The stomach needs the time to rest. It takes 5 hours for your food to digest. Did you know that? So if you eat breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning, we eat again at 12. We eat again at 12:30, and then 1:30. Lord have mercy, don't let the potato chip come on. I'm eating at 2 o'clock. Your stomach is constantly going. It's not resting. That's why, think about this, put 1 and 1 together, come up with 12. That's why if you eat late at night, you can't get up early, because the blood that should be in your brain so you can think when you have your voice so God can talk to you is in your stomach trying to digest that mess. And then what do we have? We on the bathroom doing it. Oh, really? Am I exaggerating? Watch this. It's fact. Look at this. Oh, by the way, let me back up. Did you know? Go back and show you. That's the commercial I'm telling you about. This is commercial from 2003 from McDonald's. They got sued. McDonald's tells meat suppliers to cut the use of antibiotics. They still do it. They changed the name. They still do it. Why is that there? Remember what I said, why our young girls have puberty early? See what it says? McDonald's. Animal growth hormones are good for something. You see? You see? Big Mac and fries, Gerber's. You see? Now, this is what we should be. Fruits, nuts, grains, veggies. That's what I mean we should be eating. Look at that. Oh no, we can't do that. What the frosty at? Man, I don't see the Big Mac and the double. I don't see that cheese dribble pizza. Simple math. You eat that crap, you look like that. You eat like this is what you look like. Now, I'm going to touch on some touchy subject. Anybody take vitamins in here? Why? 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 Why take vitamins? Why take them? I like that. That's on the side of the bottle. Supplement. What does that mean? You don't take the place of it. It assists. Why?
Because you're not eating right.
What is that saying to you? You should do what? Eat right. But they say, no, since you ain't going to eat right, you might as well pass.
Yeah.
You know what vitamin C is? Brother, man. I'm going to give you an effort, E for effort. That's okay. Ain't no wrong answer to be all to learn. That's vitamin C. You said vitamin C. No, man. I love it. Listen, vitamin C comes from most of your fruits. Did you know, like oranges, citrus fruits? Vitamin C. But you'll find vitamin C in a place you suspect. In greens, collards, spinach. Did you know that? Cows, where do they get their vitamin C from? And the vitamin D, grass. So when you say, I'm taking vitamins, I've heard this for how long? Baby, I got the cough and I got the Hong Kong pneumonia. I got the 2-hour walk in Ebola. So I'm going to go on and get me some vitamin C. I'm going to get 1,000 units of vitamin C and it's going to keep it away. Really? When God made you, everything is in the balance. Look at this here. You see this chart here? These are what we call electrolytes. You got sulfur, iodine, and they all connect with each other. You overdose on some, you jack it up someplace else. They all connected. So if you're getting you mega dosing yourself on micronutrients like vitamin C, it's going to jack up something else. Vitamin C and iron go together like brother and sister. You overdosing on vitamin C, iron goes down. For our women, what you got? You have painful menstrual cycles. You're anemic. You're cold all the time. Your hair starts getting brittle. The sides of your mouth start to crack. Why? Because you jack up on vitamin C. God said he does everything decently and what? Do they include the food? Yes. We the one, what does it say? God made man upright, but man has sought out many inventions. You can't improve on God. Really? See, these are the vitamins. See how they interact with each other? Let me see. That's vitamin C. If you look at, another point here. You see, these are, get that out there. You see, if you got the vitamins in here, and you got the minerals, they all hook together. So if you're taking too much calcium, calcium is just not one mineral. It's connected to vitamin B1. That's connected to iodine. That's connected to potassium. That's connected down to copper, magnesium. Here's vitamin D. So if you're taking all these vitamins and all this stuff, you're throwing your stuff off balance. Anybody ever complained of, you ever heard this fancy term? It's called osteoporosis. What does that mean? Somebody say, what now? Bone, what about bone density? What about that? Y'all use some big words, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Help a brother out. What that mean, bone density? What that mean? So is it too stretched so the bone can't take the, and they, what they do if they're too stretched? That's called osteoporosis? That what it's called? But before, that means osteo. When you go to medical school, they make you think you're smart. We use these $20 words that mean stupid stuff. Osteo means what? I know I got some medical people. Don't make me call you out there. What does osteo mean? Now y'all said y'all know what osteoporosis means. So tell me what you're talking about. What the Bible says, be quick to listen and speak. Come on now, I ain't trying to jump on nobody. See, these terms, they confuse y'all to make y'all think we intelligent. I'm not. God says stuff very simple. When you talk about osteoporosis, osteo talks about, somebody said bone density? Porous means holes. So your bones should be solid with the major, but it's porous. It's like you got small holes in there. So it breaks easily, necessarily. That's another thing called osteomalacia, where it's weak. See, I'm using big words to say your bones is weak and they brittle. When grandma falls, she's gonna break her hip. Oh, she break her hip. What the doctor? I'm gonna give you some calcium supplements to build your bones up. The calcium gonna work by itself. Calcium works also with what? Look on the thing here. Here's calcium. Calcium connected with iodine, potassium, molybdenum. All these things, magnesium, phosphorus, they go together. You can take calcium all day. Next thing you know, you think you got strong bones. You got other problems too. Your kidneys are jacked up. Did you know do you know anybody who's on dialysis? Where do you find dialysis center? Where do you find it? Where do you find the Vita and all? Where do you for Sensia? Where do you find them at? Why don't you see them way out in the comments? Why is it? Why are they in our hood? I'm gonna show you a film. This man hit the nail on. He said the reason they're not because the doctor ain't telling you how to eat right. I was in the business. See, this is business. If I want you to be my patient forever, I'm gonna say your kidneys will fail you. You're gonna be on dialysis. Not necessarily. Your kidneys will grow themselves. Did you know that? But you got to help it out. But we start putting this poison in there and you kill our kidneys. Did you know anybody got high blood pressure? Don't raise your hand. If you got high blood pressure, most doctors put you on too many. There's so many now. There are 1,000 now. But when I was a little boy, my seniors who had high blood pressure, they would always say the same thing. Baby, I got to go to the bathroom. I got to make water. You ever heard that? I'm on a water pill. You ever heard that? Why them a water pill? Well, I got high blood pressure, and I'm on these water pills, and I got to use the bathroom and make water. Why? That's a drug called hydrochlorothiazide or furosemide, Lasix. Lasix destroys the kidney. It destroys those delicate things that God designed to be delicately controlled. It messes them up so you can pee off all of that water, which causes your legs and feet to swell. Why do all that? Take a chemical that's going to poison your kidney when you stop eating something you can have blood pressure? It's common sense, right? I can't make no money. It's a business. So God said, don't eat that stuff. I designed what you make. And by the way, y'all like oatmeal? I like oatmeal. You like oatmeal? If you eat oatmeal 30 days, don't put no sugar, no butter, don't put all that crazy stuff in. You want to like your sweet, you can use a little honey, like the Bible said, a little honey, not a lot. A little honey, like you don't want no honey. That's fruit. 30 days, your cholesterol will go down and your blood pressure will drop naturally. If you go back to the doctor, you check your blood pressure, ma'am, that medicine works. No, it ain't, I ain't taking it. Natural, come on. That's what we teach medical missionaries, how you help God's people. He said you should be, come on now, y'all know the story when God used Moses to bring the children of Israel out of Egypt. Remember that story? What does it say? Their clothes didn't wear out? Remember the story? Not one of them was feeble. What does that mean? None of them wasn't sick. And what was God feeding them? Sure they had to be McDonald's and White Castle. Come on, manna. But what did they say? We don't want the manna. We want the food that we had in Egypt, the leeks, the onions, the meat, the flesh pots. You see, God has not changed. Anybody about a brand new car? A brand new car. Let's be real. You bought a used car. You bought a used car. What's in the glove compartment? It used to be. Owner's manual. Why? The one who made it knows what goes in it. The one who made this knows what goes in it. You put stuff in it. You know, when I was coming, when I had my old Gremlin, don't lie, my old Gremlin, it broke down and I couldn't afford to buy them expensive mechanics. I went to, maybe we call it a jack leg. Brother, the engine is broken. That's okay. When I get through this, it's going to work. There's going to be some parts missing, but it's going to work. That's how we treat God with our body. God says, I made you. I know what goes in it. We go to the jack and say, I got something better. We got all kind of problems. Really? Let's roll on. Let me know when you stop. I don't care if y'all longer than y'all. It's going to eat right. Simple. Eat right. A nation of constipation. What's that? Constipation is a failure to expel feces from the colon. I'm going to skip all this stuff. I'm going to keep you out here. What you say?
You don't go past casserole?
Yes, sir. I put that for a little humor because I know y'all uptight and stressed. I got to break it down. See, because the Bible says, a merry heart do it good like a medicine. What does that mean? Come on now, y'all. A merry heart, a heart do it good like a medicine. What does that mean? What's that?
Good for your body.
What you say?
Good for your body.
How? So a merry heart means what? You happy? So how does that do your body good if you're happy?
Less stress.
What's it got to do with stress? What is stress? You asked me a question, I asked you a question back. What is stress? Come on now. I know I got some nurses up in here. Any nurses up in here? Any nurses up in here?
Yeah.
Listen, when I was in I'm pointing you out. Deliberately. When I was in nursing school, I did that.
I'm guessing.
You had to learn called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Anybody remember that? What you need? Something to when he says, what is stress? Stress is what? The patent nursing definition, you had to read that book from Mosley, Lord have mercy. Some heavy books to give you back, back. Anyway, it says stress is the body's response to external pressure. So the Bible says, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine. When you're happy, your body starts, your brain shoots what? What's those things called, nurses? Oh, y'all mighty quiet now. Let me. I'm gonna have to take back y'all nurses' license. So, come on now. You start putting forth them hormones. Come on, tell me some stuff about dopamine and serotonin. The feel-good laughter chemical. Come on now, your brain shoots it off. A merry heart doing good. That's what he's saying. When you're happy, what y'all be saying today? Let us rejoice in the Lord. How does it help your body physically? Because if you're happy and you know, what the next line says, if you're happy and you know it, then your face should surely show it. Oh Lord, the Lord is coming back. Oh, really? Oh man, I got blessed today. Really? Where's the joy? When you do it, your body shoots for some chemical hormone and you relieve stress. The pressure is gone. Your blood vessels open up. The heart pumps more. That blood pressure goes down and you got some pep in your step. That's what he's saying. The heart do it good. Y'all want some Bible study? What's supposed to do? I don't know. Come on, that's help. That's help. That's help. Let's roll on. Assessment, what is it? Toxin. Okay, let me stop. Oh, there's a pill of everything. They got a pill if you're tired, a pill if you're achy, a pill if you're sad, a pill if you're fat, a pill if you're bored, a pill if you feel like you want to puke, a pill if you're stupid. They got a pill if you're old, a pill if you're poor, a pill if you're uptight, a pill if you smell bad, and there's a pill if you're addicted to pills. That's medicine for you. But you realize what the Bible says about that. See, I was joking? Ladies, toenail bumpers. What kind of mess is that? You see that? I didn't make this up. Ladies, southern chitlins and greens. Who thinks of this stuff? This is real. I ain't never seen it in Snooks. If you go, some of them, they tested something. You know where they test stuff out on us first at? It's down south. Did you know that? Or someplace far away. Then they bring to the main city. They do that. This is real. Just Google it. You'll be amazed. They got some stuff and you be like, they need to go to jail. They got a potato chip called BLT. What is a potato chip tastes like bacon? Let's get your tomato. Oh, that's mercy. Now, this is going to go real fast. I'm going to stop this. We get later. I'm going to show you some fans. I have said the crow thing with your Bible. That's what the Bible said you're approved for one of the The human has roughly 10,000 taste buds, which get replaced every 2 weeks. Did you know the human hair is so strong you can pull an elephant? That's of course, oh, let me toss this out. I ain't trying to offend you. Beloved, tell me something. Is your hair alive? Is your hair alive? Y'all got hair. Where's it alive at? That sounds like a stupid question. Where's it alive at? Is it the part that's underneath the skin or is it the part that's off? Y'all got hair? I ain't got none. Come on now. When you get a haircut, does it hurt? Why not? Underneath the epi and the dermis layers, that's alive. That's where the nerve endings are. But anything that pushes through is dead. That's why you can get it cut and it don't hurt. Why am I talking about that? Did you know y'all embalm y'all hair? I'm serious. All this stuff that's hanging up, that's dead. So y'all embalm it. Y'all put all kind of chemicals on it to make it look like it's alive and shiny. That stuff dead. Come on now. You embalm my hair. I'm being real with you. That's what we're doing there. All this stuff here, this is dead. But underneath there, that's where it's alive. The human eye can distinguish 10 million different colors. Babies are extremely strong immediately after delivery. Newborns able to hang on the chin of bar and support his own weight. They lose that after a couple of weeks. I'm going to jump. This is all some back stuff. Let me get out of this. This is just mystery stuff about the human body. Fantastic stuff. I want to show you these quick films. I'm going to let you go. Oh, by the way, please, what we're discussing, loudest, please take some handouts. I have my card there. We're trying to get together, by God's grace, to teach another medical missionary course. It's a 12-week course. By God's grace, I teach you how to use natural remedy, how to treat each other, how to help people. And it has more than one benefit other than helping someone as a ministry, but you can apply those same principles and teachings to your own life, to your family. Somebody that's sick, you know what to do. A lot of us don't have insurance. So what can you do? You can help yourself. A lot of y'all have medicines and chemicals and drugs right now in your refrigerator, in your cupboard, underneath the table that can help you. Some simple stuff. It ain't got to be complicated. It runs the gamut. The only thing that you can't do at home is surgery. You probably try, but you're probably going to mess something up. But all this other stuff you can do. God has made a way for you. We don't have to rely on these so-called physicians. Oh, by the way, I got these other 3 DVDs. If you can answer this one question, I'll give you this DVD. Why didn't Jesus, tell me something, which one of the disciples was a doctor?
Luke.
That's what the question was.
Well, you next.
Why is it when Jesus healed somebody, he didn't refer him to Luke?
You didn't know it?
Why did he have a doctor? Why did he say, here's a man with leprosy, go see Luke. You won't find that. Why? I heard a woman had an issue of blood for 12 years. Go see Luke. Here's a man who can't see, he's blind. Go see
That
Luke.
type of practitioner.
You see, well, that kind of practitioner.
No,
Why did he refer him to Luke?
because he wasn't that type of practitioner.
What type was it?
He was a natural practitioner.
Oh.
Carnal.
So he used stuff that was natural in the ground and what he created?
I have no idea.
Yes, you do. I just told you, brother. He healed the blind man with spit and clay.
You're
Yeah.
talking about Jesus. I'm talking about Luke.
Well, Luke was a man. He was man. He couldn't heal nobody with no spit and clay. He'd get punched in the mouth for that. So you go to Luke, you spit on you. I wish you spit on me again. I was naming the leper healed. Am I challenging Almighty still? I was naming the leper healed.
He went to the
Do
priest.
you remember the story of naming the leper the king? The lion son? Remember that? Okay, let's do a quick review. Naaman was a leper from Babylon. He had a worst case of leprosy. By the way, I got a picture of that too. Let me get out of this. Because I know I'm tired. I don't want to keep out too long. Let me shut this down. Show you some of these. Naaman was from Babylon. He had leprosy. little girl who was one of his captains, she said, Master, I know there's a man in Israel who can heal you. So they sent it to him. Naaman was because he was bougie, he was arrogant, he was rich, and he was a military dude. So he was tough, rough, and had cash. So he went to the prophet's house. The prophet didn't even come out the door. He sent his servant Gehazi to tell that man, just go jump in the water. Jump in the water 7 times. Now, Naaman was like, what? I done came all these hundreds of miles and you ain't gonna even have the audacity to even come out and write me a prescription? You ain't gonna look at me and tell me to go to CVS and Walgreens? You just gonna send a servant say go dip in the water, and that Jordan River is nasty? I got rivers in Babylon that's pure and crisp. I could drink out the water. Why am I gonna live in this filthy, nasty water? Why did God send that same person to go? He used natural things. What healed Naaman? There's a process in medical medicine called hydrotherapy. You can heal stuff simply by water. How much money do you need to heal somebody with water? That's why he told Naaman, go dip in the water 7 times. Not 1, not 4, but 7. So did the water heal Naaman? Y'all mighty quiet. Did the water heal Naaman? Hello? You need to go back and, that's homework. Go back and read that. You find out how he got healed.
But the people that healed.
He did that by what? Faith. Was there healing power in the water? Why did he send him in the water? Why did he go roll around in the dirt? Why did he go get some grass and rub it on your head? Why did they get you some marijuana? I know, but what they doing now? They just medical marijuana. I'm high, but this medical marijuana. Really? Come on now. So God uses natural means that he made to heal his body. He didn't have to send him to a man who's using medicine. I don't got time to show where that medicine comes from, who's behind that. Let me, oh, by the way, this is what I was, the question I was going to ask you. Here you go, sir. I don't, because you got up anyway. Yeah, you got up. Listen, come on, I'll take it back. All right. Okay, listen, beloved. I'm going to show you some quick films. You can ask me your questions, and we'll go from there. Everything we're talking about is on that list there. If you're interested in getting a part of the medical missionary class, there's a sign that you put your name on it. You all can let me know if y'all want to do a medical missionary class. I'm going to leave that down there too. And we'll go from there by God's grace. Secondly, also, my sister saw it. I believe she was trying to get the answers. I ain't gonna point her out, but her last name is Cohen. I ain't gonna say who she is though. This is a quiz. If you addicted to sugar, that's a quiz. It'll let you know. Here's the sign. If she's going to be medical missionary, please sign this. Yes, sir. By the way, there's answers on there. Yes. I'm sorry? Come on. Sure. Okay. Night lights the brain. I just showed you something. I took it off real quick. I said that.
Just showed it up there.
Yeah. Did you? How many of y'all scared of the dark? Don't raise your hand. Don't raise your hand.
I love the dark.
You love the dark?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know we were designed to sleep in the dark? Did you know that? My nurses, I ain't gonna name y'all. I ain't gonna point at y'all. My nurses, what is that hormone, that enzyme called that helps you to sleep? Start with an M. Lord have mercy. Now y'all can talk. What do you know? Melatonin, yes. That only you will only put that out after a certain time of night. You know what time it starts to produce? Somebody said they knew I was going to say that. He can read my mind. Ooh. When is melatonin produced? What time? What time is bedtime? What time is bedtime? What time is bedtime? 9:13. I heard what you say. Girl, come on up here and get this DVD. Come on up here. Come on up here. Come on up here and get this DVD. Look, if you got children here, send one of your kids up here and get these DVDs for you. They say, wake them up, wake them up. They don't even know melatonin. Wake them up.
What time did you say?
Okay, this is biblical. You go, sister. Okay, listen. When God created us, what is about the stuff the Bible makes us think between the light and the day? We used to be the children of,
Dave,
somebody say darkness?
Dave,
Children of day.
Dave.
Did you know when the blank goes down, you should go down too? What's that? Something. You should be in your bed, sleeping. And you know certain times of year it sets early, you know that, don't you? The later you up, the less melatonin you're going to have. That's why you get the next morning. The world said when you can't get up, it's hard to get up. What did the world suggest you do? Two things. Coffee, come on. What's the other one? No, nicotine goes together. Coffee, nicotine, and Krispy Kreme. Come on, man. Donuts in the morning. I just can't get up in the morning. I can't. Devotion, no, we have devotion at 2:30. I can't get up at that early. Tell me something. I'm going to move along, show these films. When Jesus had devotion, did you know when he had devotion with his Father? Did you know what he did? What time he did it? When Jesus, if I tell you the answer, you have the answer. When did Jesus meet with his Father? Early in the morning. He would tell you many times before dawn. We turn over snoring, sloppy. Really? He's up early meeting his Father early for the day. Why do you think he made that pointless prayer? Give us this day. He didn't say give us this dawn, he'll give us this day. What's the Bible say? Take no thought for tomorrow, because the day is even for itself. So he's telling you, giving us an example. When you don't wake yourself and let it, he wakes you up little bit. Is Sister Maxine still up in there? She's trying to get out of some of these answers. Look, there's a thing called the circadian rhythm. You ever heard of that? God gave you that. It wakes you up, puts you to sleep automatically. Did you know there's some plants that do the same thing? Some flowers open up when a certain time of the day. God did that. We call it the circadian rhythm, circadian based on the sun. What it's saying is, when it says you time to lay your body down and be snoring, we are looking at all them 12 series movies on Netflix. And one where our eyes is red, and somebody asks us a Bible question, we all of a sudden get biblical amnesia. Why is that? God designed us to sleep at night, be up in the day. So melatonin is produced when you, in fact, the closer you sleep before 10 o'clock, you're good. After 12, your melatonin is shot. Let's roll on. Look at some of these things. Brother, you've been talking about stuff. Show me some stuff. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is the very first Lay's commercial. Remember this one? Some of y'all. Uh-oh. No sound. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah. There ain't but the devil, y'all pray. That's all. That's him too. See, that's all. That's all. And the sound ain't working. The one who's out of here there. I can do it. Fuck it. Anyway. That's where that commercial came from. And that was subliminal. They were telling you then when you said you can't use just one. And then they had a modern, I don't know why my sound's not working. They had another one. This was up to date. When they talked about how they use the taste buds to change. This is a woman, she thinks she's out of dinner. She hasn't been in the bag of potato chips. And as she's eating, it don't taste like she thought it was advertising. It's stale. So this is something they're working with your mind. They're saying, even though you can't eat just one, after a period of time, your taste bud become overwhelmed. You don't like it. It tastes horrible. This is something they're doing with your mind. Before I got into medicine, I was in advertising design and commercial art. I was in advertising design and commercial art. And we were the guys that put these commercials together for you all so we can get y'all to buy stuff. You be able to see it. Let me show you the one here. Let me show you, my sound stupid just went out. Let me show you the one about, I was talking about the cereal. Watch this. See, I'm just making this up. See that? It's Cheerio. That's a magnet. See how it's following it? That's iron. That's the iron from the junkyard. Try, go home and try it. It'll follow it. And that's what you're eating. And when you get too much iron in your blood, your menstrual cycles are painful. You have this medical we call hemochromatosis, too much iron in the blood. And you have all kinds of health issues because you're eating too much the wrong kind of iron. And that's just a doggone, let me see if I find this other one. Where is it at? Show you where it comes from. I wish you could hear this, but my speaker just jacked. I can show it to you. I'll tell you what's going on. This is the man that bought a whole chicken. Look at this. No, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Let me show you that. This man bought a chicken, and the chicken had full-blown cancer. Here it is right here. Look at this. That's all cancer. No crap, that's cancer. He stood open, that's what he saw. And they still sell that in stores. So be careful what you eat. You can't just go by what they tell you. That's all cancer chicken. This one right here, we all go eat it, killing folks continually, KFC. This is what they do. Stuff we think they're throwing away. I apologize, the sound jacked up, the sleep died on me. This is the day before food. Y'all don't see this. This is when you go KFC down at home, chicken licking, this is what they're gonna do. Watch this. Old stuff and just mix it with the new. That looks appetizing, don't it? That's what you eat. And they serve it the next day. See, they mix the old with the new. Of course, they fired him because he exposed it. Let me show you something else from all the stuff they said. Oh, here we go. Thought I was making this up. This is what happened. You get your cars away, this machine chews it up, and then put it in your cereal. All that iron, see that? They catch all that, it's not thrown away. They put it in your cereal. Yep. Show you this other one here. This here, I hope y'all, are y'all hungry? You ever heard the term roadkill? What does that mean? Did you know every animal, dog, cat, moose, cow that dies on the road to get hit, that it's not thrown away? Did you know that? You know that? They don't throw that in the trash. They don't bury that. That's called rendering. Google it. It's called rendering. You may drive down the street, especially in certain parts of the county, you see a deer run out and get hit, knocked, he dead, he driving, next day he gone. Where do you think he went? Did nobody come by and give him a funeral?
Went to the people that they gave it to.
No. This is what happens. Hope you ain't going to be grossed out. Watch this. See that truck? No. What's in it? It's every dog, cat, raccoon, cow that gets hit by the roadkill. You put it in that doggone truck, goes to the packing house, and they grind it up, and it becomes your soap, your shampoos, and it becomes your oil for your bread. So you making that up. Watch this. Let me show it to you. This is sick. That's the grinder. See that? It grinds all that stuff up. Every part, every dead animal that's on the road is ground up. And it becomes soap, shampoo, liquid. When you go and get that grease, you think you're getting all fresh stuff. No, you're not. And the cow that you saw, let me show you a real cow. This cow was dead, he got rigor mortis. And all they're going to do is put a chain on his feet, put him in the trunk, and get ready to grind him up. Take a look at that. See his foot sticking out? And they're going to show you another one. Watch this. This is real. Every city has one of those. Every city. That's where it goes. It's recycled. It's like they say, we eat everything on the hog, from its rooter to its tutor. Nothing is wasted. I kid you not. Watch, there's a big bull that died. He got rigor mortis, tongue sticking out his head. All they're going to do is put a chain in his foot, put him on that thing, and take him and grind him up, and next thing you know, yum, you got shampoo. Just keep watching. Keep watching. See that? Rigor mortis, bloated, fly cover, infested with maggots, tongue is out of his head. Is he going to waste? They're going to put a chain on him, put him in that truck, and grind him up. And next thing you see, when you get your top ramen noodles, that's Brother Lord, you making it up. Well, don't take my word for it. Let me show enough groceries. Let me show it to you. Y'all like ramen noodles? Come on now, the cheap noodles you buy, you put them in the water. Who hasn't had ramen noodles? Did you know that stuff is not digestion in your intestinal tract? Did you know that? Well, I heard you making up stuff. You're just trying to make up sick. No, I'm not. I'm trying to more educate you. Look at this. I wish you could hear it. And they're going to show you what happens to these noodles. Instant noodles. What happens in your stomach when you eat instant noodles? They do not digest because that's not just wheat and durum and strip. No, that stuff will stay in your gut for days. So when you have a bowel movement, it's like you're in there with World War III. You need to go in there with Lysol and kill all because it's horrible. That's why that stuff stays in your gut for 7 days and it rots and it putrefies. That's why it smells so horrible. Did you know when you have a bowel movement, it's not supposed to smell bad? Did you know that? We think that's normal. No, it's not. That's not normal. That's putrefied food that's rotted in your gut. That stuff will stay. Did you know meat stays in your stomach for 7 days? Did you know that? Did you know if you don't have a bowel movement, that's a problem. We call it an impacting. Then we say, I'm going to go get an enema. I'm going to go get a colon cleanse. I'm going to go up here and put a tube in the tutor and put some coffee to bring it out. Seriously? And they call that rectal polyps. You got cancer, bro. You're giving yourself that stuff. There's a natural, okay, Doc, what? All right, let's stop all that. I'm grossing that out. What do we do to clean out colon? Right over there, I'll tell you some natural. Anybody ever detox themselves? Yes, sir, I got a hand up. Yes, sir. No, you just hold your hand up, you get a free DVD? Okay, no problem. Yes. Yes. You have a question? Okay, well listen, you ever detox yourself? They always got commercials, natural food, you get this chemical, this power to detox yourself. Did you know God made you a natural, you can detox yourself naturally? Over in there, there's some foods that will detox you naturally. Vegetables, broccoli, kale, cabbage, watermelon, you will detox naturally. How much does that cost? I know you need a prescription to buy you some cabbage. No, you don't. Did you know a head of cabbage will help you with the inflammation with your arthritis? Did you know that? I started to bring one, but I didn't want to do that. That's the medical mission. I will show you how to do all these natural things. You got a headache, how to treat a headache. You got an upset stomach, how to do that. You know, when I was a kid, my mom, she's from down south, a place called Humboldt, Tennessee. And when I was a little boy, I thought my mom was from another planet, but I didn't say it because I got knocked out. I said, Mama got a nosebleed. You know what my mama did? Anybody get old remedies? My mama got a piece of brown paper bag, put it under my lip. Somebody said, somebody knows about that. At the top of the roof now, did that nosebleed stop? What caused that? Then she had another one. If you got a nosebleed, son, go get the keys and hung them down your back. The nosebleed stopped. That sounds like voodoo to me. You'd be amazed, some natural remedies still work to this day. I'm telling you, so that's what I ain't gonna teach about the keys on your back, but there's some natural things that I will show you to help you. Everything from abdominal pain, toothache, you know, swelling, inflammation in your feet, you got diarrhea, you got constipation, you got arm broke, leg, if your head cut off, I can't help you with that. But some other stuff, some natural things, you won't have to worry about going to this hospital, or we call it heart care. We have a term in medicine that's called nosocomial, which means that you've been going to hospital for one thing, but you leave with another. Did you know the man that created what you got in your mouth, his name was Lister, Listerine? Did you know what he's attributed? That's carbolic acid. He said, listen, doctors were delivering babies, and the one thing they weren't doing, my medical nurse, you know what they weren't doing? They weren't washing their hands. He would deliver a baby here, and go to the next one, the baby's dying. They said, what is going around? There's something there. He said, no, you ain't washing your hands, fool. So they made Listerine as a what? Antiseptic. Come on now. See, that's history. You know, that's in the Bible. You know that? That ain't in the Bible. Go back and read Leviticus, Deuteronomy, the number. He tells them, how do you check if you got leprosy in your house? Homework. If there's mold, what you do? What does myrrh do? What does frankincense do? Did you know, now please read that handout, that they did drugs in those days too. Cocaine is not new. Did you know that? You ever heard of Nebuchadnezzar? What you know about Nebuchadnezzar? You said alcohol. What you say?
Put out in the field. Sometimes passed over.
Yeah, he was the one that conquered Jerusalem, who took the 3 Hebrew boys, blah, blah, blah.
Said he was God.
Nebuchadnezzar knows in this truth. Did you know that? Yes, go read. Well, you're missing a lot. Did you know that they believe that if you look in somebody's liver, you can tell the future? Go read that in Kings. Please read that. Nebuchadnezzar, when he went to attack Jerusalem, he said, look, how can we take over Jerusalem? He said, you got to consult the wizard, consult the shaman. The shaman said, get me a goat or a cow, cut him open and pull his liver out, and I can read you his liver that's in there. Please look at the handout. I'm not talking off the top of my head. This is to help you. God said you should be the head, not the tail. Did you know that? You should be, folks should be coming to you. Sister so-and-so, brother so-and-so, the doctor told me that I got gangrene in my foot, and they got to cut my foot off. You said, no, well, we're going to get you some comfort. We're going to get you some dandelion. We're going to get you some herb. We're going to get you some aloe vera, and we're going to rub that thing down, and the blood vessels going to open up, and they're going to cost you a nickel. We won't do that. You will go to somebody look like me who got 12 degrees, and I tell you something crazy. Oh, yeah, you need to go get your prescription. I'm going to send you Walgreens. First of all, what kind of insurance do you have? Okay, I'm going to write the prescription. You take 40 milligrams of this. Call in the morning. Send my check. Really? God says, I am, what does he say? Is there not a God in Israel? Is there no balm in Gilead? That you must go to the gods of Ekron? He's talking to you. Psalms 103, I am the God that forgives all your iniquities and heals all your diseases and gives your mouth good things to eat. Is he dead? My wife gave me that look. Yes. Yes, sir. Question, please. I'm sorry. Yes.
Getting back to the breast cancer.
Yes.
Talk about the women, how about the men?
Yes, men have breast cancer too. We have breast cancer too. Oh, by the way, on that same subject, breast cancer for men and women. Did you know back in the day, when I was a little boy, back in the day, you ladies will know this. Did you know they found out just last decade, one of the reasons that females, not contracted, but females came down with the preventable malady of breast cancer because of the tight bra that they were wearing. Y'all know about that? Bra. Because back in the day, the bras had wire in them. Did you know that? And the wire was causing them to have breast cancer. It was cutting off the circulation, and it causing those blood vessels to constrict, couldn't get blood, and they were becoming gangrenous, and the lymph nodes were becoming putrefied, and they said, you have breast cancer, and it's genetic. Stop lying, it's the bra on one side. You see how much you can learn? Is that in the Bible? Go back and read it. You'll be amazed what you will find out. Who had what and why and how it was killed. You'll be amazed. And God tells him, how about Hezekiah? My wife, please don't say nothing. How about Hezekiah? Oh, now let me read this quick story. Man, we know the Lord will be blessed in Israel. Hezekiah got the big heat. And God had blessed him, protected him, he had all his gold. So these men came from the east, from Babylon, and they came there because something had happened. The prophet had came to Hezekiah and said, look here, man, you tripping. I'm paraphrasing. You're going to die. Oh, Lord, I'm just going to die. What am I going to do? He said, look, you got a disease. This is what you do. You go to this man and you put him, what did he say, put on? Feed on the water. That's called a poultice. Naturally, to cure that eczema, to cure those pustules. Big paste called a poultice. I was trying to make those to cure stuff. And because I'm going to give you 15 more years to the night. Well, how I know you're going to do this, Lord? What can I do? Is anything too hard for Lord? But I need a sign. You know what he said? What time is it? You might know what time. Don't look at the clock. What time is it? Don't look at the clock. No, you're cheating. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. No, I said, don't look at the clock. Man, y'all don't even follow instructions. Come on now. point that don't look at the cell phone either. Look, back in those days, there wasn't no cell phone, wasn't no time, and Lord knows there wasn't no Rolex, there certainly wasn't no Mickey Mouse
Oh,
two-hand watch. How did they know what time it was? In Jesus' day, before Jesus' day, they didn't have no clocks. How did they tell time? Somebody said, they said, I ain't got no more DVD, but I have to owe you one. I need that Cheerio box. You want that? Listen, the point I'm saying is, what they got to do with Hezekiah? Listen, he said, listen, I'm going to give you 15 years of more life. Give me some evidence. He said, what you want me to do? They told by the sundial. He said, when the sun hits that certain thing, it casts a shadow. And there was numbers around there. What time of day it was. Sundial, watch this though. What's got to do with health? He said, listen, I want you to make the sundial go forward 10 degrees. He said, no, it does that naturally. I want you to make it go backwards. Watch how these stories hook up and deals with health. So the Lord did that. So instead of the sundial going forward, it went backwards. What did God do to make the sun? I just gave you that. What did he do to make the sundial go backwards? I knew he was going to say, that's why I said that. No. Listen, watch the truth. Watch how the story's made. So he caused the shadow to go backwards. They saw that in Babylon because they worshiped one of their gods who controlled the sun. So in Babylon, they said, we saw our God walk backwards. So go to Jerusalem and talk to the king Hezekiah so he can learn about his powerful God. So they come from Babylon. Watch how it goes to hell. They came to Hezekiah and say, hey man, what's up? Instead of Hezekiah talking to him about the God who controls health, was going to heal him, he started showing him all his gold. And then the man said, show you right. Well, we'll be back. So they went back and they said, Nebuchadnezzar, man, that man got all kinds of loot down. He got all that bling. Nebuchadnezzar said, we going to get that. That's when they came and got Daniel. See the story? But this is what happened. So when he was healed from that, it was a natural remedy, poultice. When he comes to the sun, y'all ever heard the story when Joshua 24, where he said he was fighting on 5 kings? Now that's all what to do. In Joshua 24, he was fighting his 5 kings. He said, Lord, there ain't enough time in the day. So he said, sun, stand still, and thou moon, you stand still. What he did was this. God didn't stop the sun, he stopped the earth. That's why I go back to the thing about this. What does that got to do with health? Melatonin, sleep at night. Nebuchadnezzar, you know what he tapped in Jerusalem? What was they doing? See, there's so much involved in health in the Bible that we read over stuff. Enough of that. Any more questions, please? I'm sorry I kept you up. No, I'm sorry. Question, yes. Yes. Yes, sir. Well, not that you shouldn't. It's that we should eat right. Now, I'm not against a vitamin if you need something immediately or short term. The problem is we make it long term. You see, that's why I asked you what does supplement mean. Supplement means temporary to enhance, to add to what you ain't doing. It don't mean take it forever. We think, oh man, I take my vitamin C 12 times a day, man. It takes the last 15 years. My legs falling off, but I'm taking my vitamins. Really? If you eat right, you wouldn't have to do that. That's why, and you just turn the bottle around, it says you must combine this with proper eating. They tell you that. It's a little bitty writing, and you can't see it because your eyes is messed up. You can't see it. And you know why your eyes is messed up? You're overdosing on supplements. Did you know, and let me get off the subject. Did you know, brothers and sisters, if you go outside at night, you ever seen the Big Dipper? Well, you all over the world. I can do that because God all over the world. Did you ever see the Big Dipper? The constellation of Big Dipper? This is a trick question. That's how did you know at nighttime you can tell time by the Big Dipper? Did you know that? It points to the North Star. Did you know that? The point is this, the Big Dipper is composed of 7 stars in the shape of a cup with a handle. If you can see the middle star on the handle, that star's name is Alcor. They say if you can be on Earth and see that you had 20/20 vision. That's enough. So they can go to the eye doctor too. I ain't know that was in their doctor. Read on. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So what you don't know, ask. What does it say? James 1:5. If any man has any question, let him ask Dr. Coleman. Let him ask God, who upbraideth not, and gives for all liberally. Any more questions, please? Any more questions? Can anybody anything reasonable? Yes, sir. I can't hear you. No, I'm not. No. Good. Why did you ask me that? I like it because I'm going to take the answer. Well, it's not that I'm in favor of or against it. I'm simply giving you the alternative, the way this body is designed to consume. Because let me answer your question and go a little deeper. You asked me was I a vegan. You know what a vegan is? I said I'm not. You know what a vegan is?
No.
What a vegan is? Right. That's the first part. Vegans do not consume any animal products. But they also don't wear leather. I wear leather. They don't wear leather. I wear leather. They say they don't include animals. I include animals. But people, what I think, I'm going to bust a head. Vegans believe in spiritualism. How about a vegan? I'm what you call plant-based difference. You got vegans, you got plant-based, you got vegetarians. Then you got what's called pescatarian. They eat fish, but no meat. Vegetarians, they don't eat meat, but they will eat eggs, cheese, and milk. So I'm not a vegan, I'm plant-based. So am I against people eat meat? No. Because the Bible, Jesus ate some meat too. So I ain't, people, oh man, you against me. I'm against bad health. I'm against miseducation. You see. But then once you learn, then you make that transition. Ain't nobody, let me say this, now nobody knows, well, I've been stepping your toes all day. Ain't nobody gonna be in heaven or out of heaven because they eat a piece of fish. Does that sound blasphemous? Ain't nobody gonna be kept out of heaven because you eat a hamburger. Ain't nobody gonna be in heaven because you eat salad.
He tells you to bless your food and eat it.
Yes, and you don't be preaching. I teach health. But I respect that. But what I'm saying is this. The Bible says, not Brother Lawrence. The Bible says, not me, Corinthians talks about, whatsoever you eat, come on, whatsoever you eat, come on, drink, do all to the glory of God. So if you're putting trash in your body, how are you glorifying Him? You're not. You see? So it's not being forced to do either or, it's doing what He says. For instance, brother, let me ask you this, just a simple question. You drink water? Why? I'm sorry? You said water is the blood of life? Who said that? Wait a minute, but if you don't know who said it, why are you drinking it?
That's all I really drink.
Yeah, okay, but I said, why are you drinking it?
Because, I can drink water, don't eat.
But why are you drinking water?
Why would I drink water? Because it's like,
You see where I'm going with this? The question that or the statement I made earlier, when you buy a car, it comes with what? Instructions from the person who made it. Who made you? Proverbs chapter 1, verses 4 down to 7. Know what it says? You don't want my counsel. So when these calamities come, I'm going to laugh at you. That's not me, that's God. He said, listen, I made this. I know what goes in this. Put in this what I made to go in this. If you put that which don't go in there, you're going to have what Eddie Murphy said, repercussions and consequences. That's Bible. Prove that. I gave a simple story, or the Bible tells a story. When the Lord used Moses to bring the children of Israel out of Egypt, the first thing He did was change their diet. You know? He didn't give them meat, He gave them manna. They didn't want that. They wanted what? Meat. Did He give them meat? What was the result? They found them and got sick. Okay, but the Bible says He didn't show you that. He put limitations on that. He said, this is what's best for you. I tell people, I don't try to make people become a vegetarian or vegan. I don't do that. All I say is praise God, do all to His glory. I say this, listen, God wants you to have better the best thing for you. There's 3 levels: good, better, and best. Which one do you want you to have? The best. If you can't get the best, you get that which is what? Now, I don't want to offend nobody, but I'm going to be real with you. Listen, I know people that got issues because if I talk all the stuff I showed you, 95% of them are talking about flesh food. So to give the impression that I'm against flesh food, no, I'm not. I'm against that which will hurt you. You ever stuck your finger in the fan while it's going around? Why not? Come on, man. That thing's spinning fast. Why don't you just stick your finger in there? Why not? Why not? Ain't no law that says if you stick your finger in the fan, you're getting 20 years in jail. I ain't heard that law. But if you do that, what's happening to that finger? You can pray all day, Lord, I thank you for the fan because it's hot and it's cooled me off. As soon as I stick my finger in there, protect my finger, what you think he's going to do? That finger's gone. You can't blame God. He can tell you to do that. So when we do things that God doesn't say, there's consequence. He still loves you, but that finger ain't going back. So if he says, I made this, put in it what it needs to work optimally. If you don't, I'll still bless you, but there's a consequence. You know what that consequence was for the children of Israel when they didn't want what God gave them? He gave them a short lifespan. Did you know that? Y'all know that. Y'all look at me like I'm crazy. Come on now. The oldest man in the Bible who lived and died was who? Come on, y'all Bible scholars. Come on now. I'm done. Who was the oldest man that lived and died in the Bible? Let's look. Are you sure? How old was he? Come on, Bible scholars. You can cheat with the Bible. Come on, how old was he when he died? Come on now. Oldest man who lived was 969 years old. Who was that? Remember, Adam was first. Methuselah came on later on down the road. When he died, after he died, the flood came, right? As a result of that, men did not live those hundreds of years. Their lifespan is going downhill. Psalms 104, read that quick. I'm not making this up, God said I'm going to add leanness to your soul. What does that mean? Your lifespan is going to be short. I'm going to give you what you want, but there's a consequence. It's the same as what you eat. You keep eating Lay's potato chips, you're going to see me and I see you. I ain't going to sue Lay's. I'm going to try to sue your arteries back. Man, you got all this just gunk up in here. And when you get through with that, you can go back and eat it again. That's what we do to God. Yes, sir. Your hand was up.
Yes, sir. Gentleman back there was talking about water.
Yeah, when it talks about water, when God gave us correct water, did you know? Now, this is y'all fault. I'm still talking. Look at you.
Let me finish before you start.
Yes, sir.
Because you don't know how to stop.
What you say?
I said you don't know how to stop.
You right.
Yeah, but you good. But anyway, when the people, children of Israel, got out there in the desert, they asked for water. Where did they get that water from?
You asked me a question, you answered. You asked me a point.
I'm asking you a
Well, then
question.
God gave the water from the rock.
Okay? Now, when they got out of the desert and went over to Canaan, what did they do then?
You about what?
What?
How they get you? Mean ship provided for them? Or they dig wells for? Which answer do you want?
Won't last for you.
Okay, so what's the point?
Water.
What's about it? What about it? My answer why you drink water.
You pull out 30 glasses
Yes.
and
Water.
talk about water.
Yes.
And ain't none of them no good.
None of them no good. So what's the good water? What happened is the water that God provided for us. The one that He provided for us.
The one that
Yes.
Moses struck the rock.
Right, the one that God provided for. It didn't have all those mineral. Do y'all now? Please
Oh,
don't.
you
Listen.
did. You made a statement.
Yeah, but please don't misunderstand.
Alkaline water.
That's true. But listen, don't misunderstand something about the same. I know y'all tired, want to go home. I promise you, as sure as my name is Joe and Jim, that I'm gonna stop. My name ain't Joe and Jim. Tell me something. When it comes to water, do y'all take baths? Did she just gasp? Okay, the point I'm making. The point.
You take a shower, but don't drink.
Y'all trying to be funny. Listen, the point I'm making is this. When you take a bath or a shower, is your water hard or soft? How do you know it's hard? What is that residue? calcium, minerals, lime, those are stuff that you don't need in your body. So God tells the water you drink comes from him is called this skin. See how the answer? All the other stuff comes from your fossil, comes from chain of rocks. You're getting hormones, you're getting chemicals and all that. All that.
I went to
Let me.
Milwaukee.
Okay, and yes, ma'am. Okay, my sister give me the sickness. She's saying if I don't wrap it up, she's gonna tie my neck up in the night. I know them signs. I know them signals. See, and she's talking about she's gonna tap me in the back of the head. I know all that. So let me end with this, beloved. Listen, I'm glad you all came. I'm sorry I kept no longer. If by the grace of God y'all want me to come back, let your pastor know. And hopefully by God's grace we can have more time, and that way y'all be ready to ask me all these questions. But please take advantage of the material there. If you want to get in contact with me, my number is on those cards that are attached to the form. It's already on there. My card is there with my phone number. You can call me. You have any questions, Bible question about health or medical question about drug, you can call me and I will see my card is attached to it. Right there. You can call me. Let me know what y'all want to do. And I thank you all for coming. I hope I didn't bore you, delay you, or offend you. But I'm glad you all stayed by the grace of God. And the Bible tells us, iron sharpens iron. I don't know clap for them. Praise God. Ain't no angry man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Teamwork now, teamwork.
Right.
I gotta go get them forces in the nursery.
The same water's coming from downtown. It's the same. All they do is labeling.
Maxine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's on my card. Okay. So I have a phone number and a website. You can go to.
You want to sign up?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Dr. Scott Russ.
College
UG Pine.
Did you just do that?
No, I've been here a long time.
Why you going all the nursing questions?
I didn't want you to leave.
No.
I didn't want to leave the job. I was not going to do that. I was sitting right there the whole time, but no, I decided I was not. I just answered one melatonin, but I didn't want to take over.
This is my wife, my beautiful, lovely wife, Miss
Hi.
Wilson. This is Dr. Lusker. This is Lady in Pontoon, Illinois.
Pontoon Beach.
Pontoon Beach, yes.
We're looking for your become the September 0 that you could do the 12 week. So we're looking for you.
Okay, so we'll keep in contact with each other. It'll be different than this. This is just introduction. This is none of that is medical mission. None of us.
Yeah, but I did not want to. I was persuaded I was not going to get involved in your conversation.
Oh, no, I'm remember that when I come on. I'm going to call you out. Hey, come on. Oh, what you going to do? What's nice to meet you?
So we went to State Community College. We're graduate of State Community College, and we also went to UG Pines. UG Pines is a 7-day Adventist camp where you get the certification, health and everything. So all of this is that.
We had the same teacher, Miss Cox. Yes.
Oh yes, did you have Minerva Williams?
Lord, I know we didn't have her. Because you turned out sick on the
Yeah, I know you had to have Minerva. Oh,
All
you
right.
know Miss Cox, Gladys Jackson, remember Gladys Jackson? She passed. Yeah, Gladys. Okay.
You have to say the truth right too.
Okay, now what do I need to do to I'm interested. Right.
Just keep in contact because the next one I'll be gone. I'm leaving. I'm going to have vacation, and I'll be come back. In fact, I'll get in contact with you.
Okay, because we talked today about that currency and people going to start registering.
Okay. And this is what I'll give them. In fact, I revised my website. They can even download and sign up for it. So they don't have to come. Always download.
Okay. Because what I'm asking them to do is 15 people.
Okay, that's fine.
And so, but that's what we want to make sure.
I'm still going to call you out.
I'm going to bring some more nurses, but we're nurses are not going to talk and tell you that.
I enjoy. And I think I got my
I really did.
I'm sure I go check to make sure I got my CD that I got.
Yeah.
But laser.
That's a
my favorite.
DVD. You said, what's
Right. DVD. Laser my favorite. I guess that's
Thank you for the
yeah, no. From what you said, I got to
Look at
get
that on some detox and all those veggies you can get. That's just about you. This on there, she right
Oh,
there.
wait. This one? Oh, okay. I just grabbed sheets too. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what I need.
You need no prescription for that unless you want to give you one.
No, I take a look.
Push the button at the top. Unplug that cord. Right there, the cord, no, the cord. The cord. No, he won't walk, it's a thing. No, pull the cord out. No, the other, the black one. That, yeah. Yes, I'm sorry, sir. Until I get started, they be wrong.
Yeah,
Ooh, let me try.
well, they started because we've been here since 9. Okay, but it was good, thank you.
All right, we're